Hello viewers, Super GT here. So on Forza 7 we have a new free car, the Mclaren Senna. Very interesting addition to the game, and we're going to give it a try in R class. So it's actually very close to the top of R class, tune up a little bit more to get it to the very top. Just check out the wing on this thing. Infinite downforce available, no doubt about it. Okay, we begin proceedings here at Road America R class. Let's do it. Away we go. Now, I'm not sure what to expect from this car, but I know what to expect from the first corner, which is mega punting going on. I've actually murdered someone within about 2 seconds of starting. And actually, no, make that 2. Smash off the fellow McLaren into the proper first turn. Porsche out of nowhere. Now, you can see there the big wing doing its rotational thing. So as we brake, it flips upward. It looks really quite demonic. It's a very big wing, of course. It looks quite scary, if you ask me. So coming through this turn into the big uphill corner. Tricky corner this, as I kind of proved there by getting it all wrong. Find myself somehow in 4th, and when I mean somehow, when I say somehow, I mean basically just by pushing everyone out of the way. Now this here is evidence of something shady going on. The most ambitious crossover in automotive history. Ferrari and McLaren are attempting to merge. Yeah, you heard it here first. As we both crash. That was a really weird incident. To be fair, it's quite laggy in here. That's my excuse anyway. So let's see what continues here. So that guy gets punted off, the Ferrari. Then the McLaren punts that guy off. So maybe I wasn't so sorry about hitting this guy wide earlier, because that was a savage push. But let's see what we can do then on lap number 2. McLaren versus McLaren. The F1 GT there, driven by Sergeant Bilko 678. Let's see what we can do around the outside on the brakes, and it's not going to be enough. So despite that rear wing doing a little dance every braking zone, it's not enough. It is still quite a mega sight to behold, but the braking performance not quite there. Into this turn, and yeah, sliding the car, not good, and we get it all out of shape, and we get overtaken by another McLaren joining the fight, and he's just going to shove the other guy off. So, you know, team orders here, really just to shove off your teammates. Beautiful stuff. So plenty of punting, plenty of crashing on our return to R class. It's been a long time since I played R class. Coming up the hill then, this is lap number 5. Just a casual drifting Porsche backmarker. Why the hell not? Now we'll go past him. It is McLaren Senna versus McLaren Senna. Normal wing versus Forza wing. Into the left-hander. There's contact, unwide. Can we keep the position? Coming back on. Into the carousel. It's the final turn. Are we going to keep it? Yes, we are. Just going to park it on the apex. He ain't coming back through there. And we round out the first race in 3rd. I'll take it. I'll take a 3rd. We start 4th though for race number 2 around Maple Valley. Let's see how the McLaren can handle this. Oh my god, Sergeant Bilko under strict orders to push people off the circuit. Maybe he's just copying what I did though, and he's just, you know, the Super GT effect is rubbing off on him. Oh, he's just binned himself. It's all right. So I'm up into the lead. This is an opportunity to carry the Senna to victory. Is it possible? I don't think this is one of the best cars in the class. It's solid. It's good, but I'm not sure it's going to be, you know, right up there with the very best cars of our class. And I'm certainly not up there with the very best drivers of Forza, as I've absolutely bottled it. Corner tightened up more than I would have liked, and messed it up completely. And this McLaren guy, yeah, he's not happy. He just isn't happy about something. Found myself in 6th place, and things in this race are about to go from bad to worse. So I try to go around the outside, and this corner here is not really one where you want to go side by side with anyone. And we have bottle job number 2 as we cross the line to start lap 2. Starting this lap, and I unceremoniously push him wide, getting the McLaren memo to push everyone off the circuit. And I think I do everyone a favour there just by leaving that race before I just murder too many people. We move on. Sonoma Raceway. We've got further evidence here of more collaborations. This one, Aston Martin and TVR. Yet another very ambitious crossover. As we go through turn 1. Lotus pulling off. Ferrari pulling off to the left. Gain a couple of positions there. It was actually a clean start. Behind there was a proximity arrow flying across the screen. So someone presumably went off into the tyre wall. But otherwise it was quite a clean start, which we're very pleased to see, of course. Now, Lagfest continues. You can see everyone jolting around, which probably suggests that it's my problem, the internet's my problem, although I'm not getting the network issue message or notification on the screen. So who the hell knows what's going on? I don't. Anyway, coming up towards the hairpin here, McLaren up ahead very wide. Looking up the inside of the Aston Martin, nice move. It's getting quite aggressive up here, and I find my way through to third from 6th, up 3 positions, and that guy's just going to get shoved into the wall. Happy shot, savage move there, absolutely ruthless, shoving that guy into the wall. Was there any previous between them? Then he shoves himself into the wall. What is going on here? I really cannot fathom what on earth is going on. And for a second here I think I'm playing Dirt Rally 2 because I get confused with the track layout and go to the far hairpin, which we're not even running, and I lose a load of positions. So what the hell am I doing? I don't know. I was in Joker lap mode for a split second. I recovered 2 positions though, and we can go again. So whatever the hell is going on in this race, I don't know. It really is a meme race going on right now. 2 Aston Martins fighting up ahead. Ferrari looking to come through on the outside. It's not going to happen there for him. Over the crest of the hill. I've gone in quite narrow on the way in. Is he going to get me through? On the way into the downhill right. Yes. He's prized open the gap and he's gone through into 5th. I've been demoted to 6th temporarily. Can we fight back into the carousel? The long left-hander here. Almost off the circuit. Just waiting for that dip there before we can get back on the acceleration. TVR comes flying through. And it's all looking very, very ominous into this hairpin as I brake way too late, way too late, almost into the back of the Aston Martin. Have to kind of sacrifice myself, go wide to avoid the contact. We overtake this guy, and we haven't actually lost too much time. What's going on here though? So more pushing going on, plenty of pushing going on in this video, not just from the other drivers but from myself too. So a very close race this. Up ahead you can see just how close everyone is, and the lag of course isn't helping. Let's try and take this hairpin properly this time. I won't go and do another Joker lap. You only of course need to do... Oh, hello. Aston Martin round there. So more evidence of awful driving as we go through up into 5th. I'll take it. Thank you very much guys. Lap number 3 underway, halfway into the race. Up behind the Aston Martin again. Can we actually get the job done properly and get a move on with our race? Sitting in 5th with a potential for maybe a podium as they're not too far ahead. As who's that? That's the TVR going wide. Are the Aston Martin and the TVR going to merge once again? Not quite. Coming over the brow of the hill into the left-hander. Again, the Aston Martin having to be patient and waiting for the space to open up. So a good British battle here. TVR, Aston Martin and McLaren. Who's going to win out here? Into the hairpin, up the inside of the Aston Martin. It's deja vu of lap 1. Good move, get the job done. TVR quite wide. Can we get the drive on the way out? No, not quite. Cloudy eyes in the TVR. Pulling away into the chicane here. Fast sweeping chicane. As we then come towards the tighter chicane. And I've been misjudging my braking point here for most laps. TVR very aggressive over the grass and trying to keep 3rd position as we come up towards the end of lap 3. Guy behind, Aston Martin going for the move up the inside. I kind of go semi-defensive and may take a massive clunk out of that curb and presumably the bottom end of this car. As we come across the line then to end lap 3, that guy plays tennis with a cone, and we come up to the end of the lap. So I can report that nothing really happened on that lap. I stayed behind him, guy behind me stayed behind me, and that was it. And ultimately finishing 4th with a drift over the line. Now Rio didn't go quite well. I literally hit the apex. They do say you're meant to hit the apex, but not quite like that. We go again, reverse version of the circuit. Nice hit from the McLaren there. So the McLaren memo definitely today is just to punt as many people as possible, as that seems to be a prevalent theme of the video. Now coming towards the hairpin, or is it a hairpin? It's not really a hairpin, it's just 90 degrees. It's quite sharp though. As we come through there, up towards the love tunnel of Rio. Who have we got here? Porsche, Lamborghini, another Porsche, and presumably lots of angry people behind trying to get past this Mclaren Senna, who's in the bloody way. This guy's going to go for a move, not quite. Porsche very, very early into the turn. I lose my wing. Rear downforce has been lost coming down the hill, bouncing off the walls. Very narrow section, of course. Coming through the sweeping left at the bottom, just grazing the tyre wall, pushing life to the limits right now. And again, over the curb, bumping through. Maybe the tune needs a bit of work because, well, I didn't tune it really at all. Because, well, it's not really handling the bumps too well. So then through the final corner, at least I consider that to be the final corner. I suppose this is a corner really here, but yeah, let me know your thoughts. Is it a corner? Into the 90-degree right once again. The hairpin, which I don't know if it's a hairpin. Probably, no, it's not really a hairpin, is it? Porsche comes back through, and this kind of shows me that maybe this McLaren is good. It's good, but it's not. You know, it's not going to beat the established R-Class cars. It's not going to come in as the new dominant car, as an invasive species. It's not quite going to happen. So there are definitely cars quicker than this McLaren Senna, but you can have a good run as long as you presumably get a good braking, good grid slot. And that guy there did not get a good racing line for that turn as he sits backwards against the wall, which in my opinion isn't ideal. It's not an ideal line, I would suggest. So don't try to emulate his line unless you want to finish last. Okay, lap number 3 now, so things fairly similar, but this is my new defensive technique. Just bounce off the walls left and right like a pinball and no one can get through. And just do that for the entire race and you're good. Start in pole position, do that, and then you win every race that you ever enter. Good stuff. And coming out the final turn, McLaren goes through. So lots of McLarens here. F1 GT going past and just accelerating away. Can't even keep up with him. Well, we have a Senna behind. Now my favourite apex, I'm going to hit it once again, smash into the wall on the outside, and try to retake this position. So yet another battle with the Senna. So lots of people using the Senna because of course it's a brand new car and it's free. Looking at the inside, a brave move into the narrow section, and we get the job done. Back into 4th as we come up towards the end of lap 4, grazing that wall, pushing my luck to the limit, trying to emulate the Lamborghini's lines from a lap or 2 ago. Back marker there, just doing whatever he wants to do. I don't know what he wants to do there. And mounting that curb in true Super GT fashion. Now coming out towards the end of the race in 4th. You know what, I'll take it. I'll take a 4th. There we go. Nice work. So, we arrive at Le Mans, starting in 12th, immediately up into 11th. Where can we finish from 12th? As we head towards the first corner. This is the Bugatti circuit, so we're not running the full Le Mans. I do like the Bugatti circuit actually. I think it's quite a cool track. Coming up towards the first corner then. And yeah, it gets really awkward. It gets really awkward, it must be said. Maybe went in a little bit too hot. Following the theme, of course, The McLaren memo. Just do what the McLaren memo said. Just to punt everyone and just be as awkward as possible. We'll come out of the first hairpin towards the second. We're going to flash forward actually towards lap number 3. So currently sitting in 6th place, up behind this guy. I'm going to go for the move. The top 4 pulled away a good couple of seconds, so it's going to be quite tricky to keep up with them, or catch up with them. We can really just try to go for 5th place here as we come into this turn here. Just looking for the right hand side, the end of the grass. That's a good braking point on the right hand side. And lots of coasting through the middle of the turn, and then on the throttle eventually as the guy slides wide. Let's go through up into 5th. I'll take 5th position. Is he going to come back at me into the next hairpin? Bit of a lock up on the inside, but he's not going to go for the move. Maybe looked for it on the way out, but it was never really going to happen. So I retain my 5th position for now. Now this was really weird. I literally cannot understand what was going on here. So I come into this corner. I was miles behind the top 4, but that guy's off on the right, and then 2 guys there going really slow. It really made no sense to me at all what went on. But I'm quite happy. I'll quite gladly take a second, as it was looking like a lonely and boring 5th position. But we are going to come under pressure from the Porsche from behind. And, is it the Strassen version? Yes, I think it is. So through the chicane, last couple of corners left. He's right on my tail now, so the pressure's on. Just make sure I've got to park it on the apex and leave no space at all for him to go through. But that is going to pretty much round out this fine adventure on Forza 7. I do hope you've enjoyed the video, as always. If you're new to the channel, maybe consider subscribing. And if you did enjoy, do hit the like button. That's all from me. Thank you very much for watching. I do very much appreciate your time today. I shall see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.